What's up, boys? Today, I'm going to be redoing my prediction for Alabama's 2026 football schedule. I just kept the score the same. Let's go. Now, I did make it a little more respectable. I took away a touchdown for Alabama just because, it's week 2. Kentucky is confident that they'll beat Alabama. It's kind of like the Florida State thing, but this time I think it's going to be flipped around. Alabama wins it 31-17. So, yeah. All right, so I do actually worry about this game now. I had it 45-14, but after looking at who they got out of the portal, I'm a little worried, okay? I'm not too worried about the defense. I know the defense isn't going to be isn't going to be strong. It wasn't really strong last season. I know they held Alabama to 17, but it's week 1, rain game. Come on. I'm scared about their quarterback, Ashton Daniels. He was tearing Alabama up last season at Auburn, but his receivers just failed him. He was tearing them up, and it was only his first start. So I don't know, but at least we got some film on him from facing Alabama in the last game of their season last season. So, that'll be a little bit, easier. They have a running back, Quintravion Wisner or something from Texas. He's a pretty decent running back. So, yeah, I'm pretty worried about their run game. Alabama has had trouble stopping the run in the past few years. And that's been the reason they've been losing. So, I have it a little bit closer than 45-14. Now, for this game, I think I'm going to this game next season. I will have some pretty good seats. I will go to this game most likely, and if I don't go to this game, I'm going to Florida State or Georgia or something like that. But I'm worried about this game too. It's been really close these past few years. Alabama has barely beat them. Last year, as you all remember, down by 8, scored, got a 2-point, and then Deontay Lawson forced a fumble. Tim Keenan didn't even know he was on the ball, or whoever it was, and we got the ball. We scored, and we won the game. But that was really close. We barely beat them by 2 points at home the year before. But I would say we had that game in hand for most of the time in 2024. They just kind of, added on extra points at the very end, then throw a pick. But, that's still a really close game. Respectable, 27-25. That is a really close game. 1 field goal, Alabama loses. I'm scared of this game too. But give me Alabama. It's at home by 4 points. Now, I'm not really too worried about this game. It can be respectable, 34-20, respectable game, but it's not really a close game, if you know what I'm trying to say. I don't think Mississippi State can upset Alabama. It's possible. I'm not going to say it isn't. Mississippi State almost upset multiple good or decent teams last season, but I don't think they can do it this season. I don't think they'll upset Alabama. Let's be honest here. Now, I almost changed my prediction from last time. I took Georgia every time, but I really wanted to take Alabama, honestly, because Georgia, yeah, sure, they returned a lot of, production and players, but, those players didn't really do much against Alabama last season. Come on, Gunnar Stockton didn't do that much. I don't even know if he had 180 yards on us throughout both games. Well, combined, yeah, he had 130 yards on the dot the first game, and then 100 and, I don't know, I don't remember, honestly, but I don't even think he had 200 that game. He's been really a game manager both games. Lost the first one. Zachariah Branch was really his only receiver in both games, too. He was kind of like his his cushion or something, he just throw it to him when it's he needed to, you know what I mean? Now Zachariah Branch is gone to the NFL. They don't have a star wide receiver like that anymore. Yeah, they might have some decent ones, but no, they're not really crazy good. Alabama has one of, if not the best secondary in college football. I believe it's the best, honestly. Xavier Brown, Bray Hubbard, Keon Sabb, Dejon Lee, Dre Kirkpatrick, the new guy, the 5-star, I know his name. I can't think of it right now. Whatever. Their front seven's not bad. LT Overton needs more respect on his name. Wait, is he still here? I don't even know, honestly. But, yeah, he is still here. He is. He needs more respect. Honestly, I think Alabama could win this. It's a toss-up to me, but I'm going to give it to Georgia just because I trust them more next season. You know, I already know their quarterback. Their quarterback's not a bad quarterback. He'll already be experienced, you know what I mean? So just give me Georgia for this. I might change my prediction later, like when the season actually starts. But, yeah, we just got to wait. Now, I made it a little bit closer because for a little while, I didn't even know if Joey Aguilar came back or gotten eligibility. He didn't. I saw fake news one time. But it really doesn't matter. Tennessee always has a decent quarterback at least. So I can trust their coach. I know his God, bro. I just gotta warm back up to college football because I know his name. I just can't really think right now. I haven't really been, you know what I mean? I don't know. But he produces some pretty good quarterbacks for college at least. None of them have really worked out for the NFL from Tennessee, but he hasn't had that much. But they're always at least decent when he's there. So, yeah, I think the quarterback position will be decent, but I don't think it's going to, match Alabama's talent on their team. So give me Alabama. Now, for this game, I honestly think anybody can win, and this could be a game unless Texas A&M beats Texas and Alabama beats LSU. This could be the game to send the team to the playoff. Like, whoever wins Texas A&M or Alabama in this game goes to the playoffs. One of them goes 9-3 because of this game. I don't know. That could be how it works. I had it like that, and then I changed it. But it's fine. You guys will see what I changed later. But I don't know. Marcel Reed has an interception problem. When he plays an elite defense, he can't really keep himself from having a pick or whatever, you know what I mean? Played Texas. They shut him down. Had 2 picks, you know what I mean? And Alabama's secondary, they're not going to be an easy secondary to play against. He has a pick problem already, and this is going to be the predicted number 1 secondary in all of college football. So I just don't trust him to really, not turn the ball over. So, yeah, give me Alabama. All right, this game, I think it's also a toss-up, but I kind of think LSU could really break the streak. It's not really a long streak, to be honest. Alabama's only won, 3 in a row, It's a streak, but it's not some, crazy streak, you know what I mean? LSU just beat them in 2022 by 1 point, but, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's at LSU. Lane Kiffin, head coach, great offensive mind. They got a new roster. I honestly don't know if their quarterback is going to be great. I mean, even at Arizona State, I don't care what you want to say, he wasn't really that good. If you go and look at his stats and his play and everything, he was really just a game manager. 24 Cam Scatterbo carried them. He had 2,800 yards. Not terrible, but that's not really that's game manager type stuff. 2025, I honestly forgot his stats, but they weren't crazy. You know what I mean? More of a game manager stat again. So I just don't think that Sam Leavitt is really going to be a game changer, if you know what I mean. They're going to rely on their run game more than their pass game. Defense is going to have to step up like last season, and I don't know. But, yeah, I think LSU can maybe make the playoffs. If not, they'll be a top 15 team. I don't think Vanderbilt is going to be a really good team next year. They can be a decent team, you know what I mean? That's what I'm predicting. They're going to be one of those, decent teams. If they had an easier schedule, they would probably go 10-2 or better. Maybe if they were in the Big 12 or something. But they just got unlucky with their scheduling, you know what I mean? And like a lot of teams from last season, Mississippi State, if they're in the Big 12, they go 10-2, probably make the Big 12 championship. They beat Arizona State. But yeah, that doesn't really matter. But Vanderbilt, I think they'll just be a decent team. But I don't think they'll be a good enough team to really beat any playoff contenders. Maybe keep it respectable with some of them, but I'm not sure. Already have their schedule predicted. I'll just have to post it later, though. It'll be probably in a few weeks, months, or something. So just look out for that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think I have them going 6-6, 7-5. But I don't have them a bad team. I just have them, not good enough. But their new quarterback, he's a freshman, true freshman, 5-star. Ratings don't matter. He's a true freshman. So, yeah. All right, this is their cupcake game. I don't care what anybody says. They played an SEC. They played a conference opponent early in their second game, and they wanted to schedule their out-of-conference cupcake at the end of the year, which is a pretty smart move. You know what I mean? They always do that. In the SEC, they deserve a break. In Week 11, come on, bro. Look at the gauntlet they've been through. LSU, Georgia, Texas A&M, Tennessee. You know what I mean? And all these Big Ten fans, they think that, SEC plays cupcakes. It's because SEC fans say they play cupcakes, so they just want to try to turn it around and say that the SEC does. It's not true. I really don't care what they say. It's not true. Alabama had the number 2 ranked hardest schedule in college football last year. Indiana, their best team, had number 10. You know what I mean? But I feel like the best team in college football should have a top 5 hardest schedule. Especially, they play 3 ranked teams in the playoffs. Why is it still number 10? Why isn't it moving up? Oh, wait, it's because they didn't play any hard teams in the regular season other than Oregon. All right, so I feel like this is actually a really easy game. They have Byron Brown. They have that new center. Who cares, honestly? They don't have anybody else. They might have a decent defense next season, but it's not enough. Their offense is going to suck it up unless Alabama just has a Jalen Milroe versus Oklahoma game. And the quarterback throws 3 pick sixes, loses 24-3 or something. That would be pretty crazy, but it's at home. I don't think that would happen. Give me Alabama by a blowout. Making the playoffs, top 10 team. 10-2, 7-2 in conference. Is that SEC championship? I don't think so. They won't have that first round bye. They will just make the playoffs as a top 10 team.